Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from my everyday guy, Redonkulous guy here, and welcome back to the letter. So in the last episode, Isabella and her friends along with Ash and Zach had decided to go for Zach's movie that he had made. And it did not went normally. As you saw, they found out about the letter and they saw it, and I guess they probably got cursed too. Things got a little heated up, but our boy Zach managed it, cooled it down until back again when we were leaving. We were hearing some strange, crazy whispers, and nothing much crazy happened. Probably because I chose the right options. Not sure about that one option about professor or priest. We will see about that in this episode. And before we ended the last episode, we went to the office and we got to know that our couple Luke and Hannah bought that mansion. Yeah, and we got that bonus, I guess, or we are gonna get that bonus, and I guess now we are gonna celebrate. So we ended right here where in the end only Becca and Zach could come for the celebration that I was talking about. So let's continue from here. Ash, on the other hand, can't be reached. All of my calls went straight to his voicemail. He's at it again. Right here today, gone the next day. Oh well, his loss. We have agreed to meet at a nearby cafe, the same one I usually frequent with Becca because it's cheap and they give away free bread around closing time. I'm never saying no to free stuff. Even though I got that bonus, okay. Quint, in fact, a lot of bonus because Hannah gave us little side bonus too. So yeah, great job, Isabella. Great luck. Or we will see about that too. Quint, a little old-fashioned though looks a wee bit out of place amidst the city's tall buildings, but we love it all the same. Much like the small building's facade, the interior carries an antiquated charm to it. Vintage art pieces and a row of shelves boasting an extensive collection of books cover the wall. It would have been nice to hang out here for hours on end, but even on a weekend, the place is still packed with people. Thankfully, Becca and Zach have already found seats and are engaged in some casual chatter when I arrive. It's strange seeing the two of them without Ash accompanying the other. They have never been particularly close. Sure, they talk when they meet, laugh at the same thing when there's something funny, but there's distance, the kind born purely out of differing interests. That or Zach's simply afraid of Becca. It's not impossible and I won't blame him if it is. He might be the tallest in our group, but everyone knows that means nothing against Becca's temper. Even I am a little scared of her.
Zach! Becca! Well, you seem to be in a better mood today. What happened? I know
Oops,
that smile,
shit,
Belle.
man.
Come on, still.
Don't rush me. I'm still trying to find the proper words for this.
Yeah, I should not rush too. Sorry about that.
Let's order food first, okay?
A waitress comes by to take our order. On a normal day, me and Becca will order a hearty serving of their special vegetarian stowies. Zach takes anything with a good helping of meat, sausages, or potatoes in it. But today's a good day. Great. Even. It's not wrong to indulge a little, right?
Today's special. For the three of us.
Even the person jotting our order down looks surprised at today's meal choice. She writes it, nevertheless, and leaves without a comment. Becca furrows her brows in consternation. I think I got it. Her mouth halfway open, ready to let loose a string of reprimands.
Don't worry. It's my treat.
The glare Becca sends me reminds me of the one I got from Mama when I punched a kid bullying my younger brother 18 summers ago. Yeah. Naturally, I never did it again after she made me apologize the next day. But Becca's far from being my mom. A simple sheepish grin is enough to dissolve that frown into a defeated sigh. Food arrives in the middle of a funny story from Zack, putting the rest of the conversation on hold as we each served our order. It isn't anything fancy. Pan roasted sea bass with citrus-dressed asparagus and a portion of mashed potatoes on the side, or at least that's what the daily special board says. Looks good though. Never did pay any attention to it whenever I come here, since the price, whatever's written, way above what I'm willing to spend on food on a single day.
Oh, good. I'm so hungry, I think I'm dying.
You're always hungry.
Hey, not all the time.
Let me guess. You skipped breakfast again.
Not on purpose. I may have overslept by a few seconds today.
Right then. Stop stalling, Isabella. What's this about?
Let us say, Rebecca. She wouldn't be inviting us out if it wasn't worth hearing out.
Well, we're waiting.
I'm treating you guys to a once-in-a-century thing.
An expectant grin breaks out on my face, except
I'm sorry, say that again.
And this is important because...
Becca only raises an eyebrow at me, while Zack appears like he didn't get the punchline to another lame joke Ash made and is desperately searching for someone to explain it. Oh bummer, maybe I should rephrase it. Oh my god, this is the most important choice of my life. What should I choose? My instant noodle days are over, Ash is not here, so we should celebrate. No, let's say it, what the actual thing is. And first, let's say my instant noodle days are over. Let's go for
Let
that.
me do that again. Guess what, guys? I'm paying! I sold the house!
As the news sinks in, their expression goes from sheer puzzlement to utter surprise. That's more like it.
You heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, I'm Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos and free from my instant noodle binge.
Wow, seriously?
Hold it, Belle. You sold the house?
Yep.
Which house is this? In Aslam Village? The one with the open house yesterday?
The one and only. Come on, Becca. I know you've got a better memory than that.
Oh. Oh, wow. That's... wow.
She lets out an audible hum, although she's nodding. She gives the impression of someone who has heard something unbelievable and still forcing her brain to absorb it. Did she think we wouldn't be able to sell it? I guess everyone were thinking that only because of the fact that, yeah. Have some faith in me, Becca. Am I not your best friend or what?
You don't believe me?
The words stumble out of my mouth, one after another, before I can stop them. I've been trying to avoid bringing up yesterday's little spat, and judging from the looks on their face, it seems they are too. Me and my stupid mouth.
I'm sure it ain't the way you're thinking, Bella.
No, I do believe you. But don't you think the sale happened a bit too fast? The open house only started yesterday, and now you already have a buyer?
It happens from time to time.
Yeah, but... Look, I'm happy for you. Just yesterday, you've been really worried where to get money for your dad's new treatment. And now, all of a sudden, you have something. What if the sale doesn't push through, or I don't know, they're a fraud, or they suddenly back out? Isn't it a little too early to celebrate?
Rebecca does have a point, Bella. If you haven't closed the deal yet, there's still a chance they'll go back on it.
They don't seem like it to me. The lady appeared to really want it, and she approached me without even finishing the tour.
Pressured me into it, more likely. And I'm not going to tell Becca about that. Knowing her, she will only fret.
And she already hired someone to handle the house's interior design.
You're joking. Who would do that?
The Wrights, apparently. It's actually pretty funny. She's a bit too excited to get the property, she forgot to buy it. At any rate, they've already signed the agreement today, so it's just a matter of time. And don't tell anyone about this, but Ma'am Hannah also gave us something extra.
Yeah.
Something as in...
As in, it's why I can treat you two to a free meal.
I'm more surprised you accepted it.
She didn't really give us a choice in the matter. So don't lose sleep over this, okay? The couple really want the house. If Rose didn't stop them, they'd likely have paid up front for it yesterday. That's despite the legends, too. I even tried to show them the letter. But nope. I want this house, darling. Go take all our money.
You don't really think they'd believe that, do you? I'm pretty sure for them, those are just rumors as well. No one is that superstitious in this day and age, Belle. Well, there's you.
Right. You know what? I'll just eat all of these by myself.
I begin to gather their plates to my side, the food in it still untouched. A laugh almost escapes my mouth with the way Zach's expression quickly changes to disappointment. Becca's hand interrupts me just as I am about to pull her plate closer to me.
I'm kidding. Don't go all pouty on me again. In all seriousness, though, I'm just concerned you'll get hurt if this doesn't happen. I know how badly you want to close this deal for your papa.
I'm sure he's gonna be fine now, though, with the money. They don't know yet. I think I'll call them tomorrow. Let them know things will be easier. Mama said this morning he's showing progress with the new treatment, too. It's just a matter of time.
I allow myself to fully smile, genuine and inhibited. It's strange talking about this with other people, even though those who have known you long enough. But today, things simply feel a whole lot lighter with them here. Lunch passes in an enjoyable fashion. A laugh here, a playable jab there. Most of it is spent on catching up on others' new projects or whatever keeps us busy these days. Something we couldn't afford to do the day before, taking into account what happened. Even Becca's surprisingly chatty. Is there something in the sea bass we eat or ate? Zach, though, appears less energetic today. While he's far from being the life of a party, he's definitely not the type to keep quiet in a conversation with his friends. Apart from a few inputs, he's been silent the entire time. If Becca notices...
Are you sure you're not feeling under the weather, Zachary?
Huh? No, I'm okay. No worries, Rebecca.
Doesn't sound okay to me.
It's okay. I might be feeling a little bummed out today, but I'm sure this will pass.
Is it about the reviews this morning?
A pained expression crosses Zach's face, and almost immediately, Becca retreats in her inquiry as though the man's look is enough for an answer for her. I look between the two of them. Did I miss something? What happened this morning? Did I stumble on a big secret? This is why I don't like waking up late.
You heard about those, huh?
Sorry, I just happened to check on some sites this morning.
Nah, it's a very sensitive topic in the first place. I should have expected it.
What reviews?
Becca glances at Zach, her emotions unsure, eyes asking for his consent on the matter. Although there's a small desire to keep asking on my part, I don't dare voice it out. With Zach, it has always been better to wait, let him speak on his own.
It's his movie.
That doesn't explain anything. Stop dangling the information, Becca!
Zachary, I'm not the one supposed to be telling her about this. At the end of the day, it's still your documentary.
Is it something bad?
Not bad per se. You guys don't need to dwell on it much.
Bad? Listen here. I wouldn't trivialize what those bowheads wrote if I were you. They're ruining other people's jobs.
From how her tone raises in anger, it seems like she's the one slighted and not Zach. A snicker escapes me, which I promptly stamp down as soon as she sends me a hard look.
This isn't a laughing matter, Isabella. Some bowbag just insulted him.
Calm down, Rebecca. Those are just reviews, and it happens a lot.
I do not ken about you two, but calling the entire film an out-and-out dribble, you're better off watching an educational kids' TV show, and worst 1.5 hour of my life, among other things, isn't exactly a critique any decent movie reviewer would say. If you could call that a critique, did we even watch the same film?
Well, maybe I ain't cut out for it. Better stick with my photography or something. If nothing else, this helped me open my eyes to what I can and can't do.
You're giving up.
It wasn't a question.
It was just something experimental I did on my free time anyway. It's no big deal.
But you worked on it for months.
Doesn't look like it matters for those people.
Don't say that!
Yeah. My palm strikes the table, sending the tableware on top clinking against each other. I haven't even noticed when I have risen from my seat. And here I am, chest heaving, looking down at him in the same manner a teacher will at any unruly student. Make us probably proud. I don't mean to yell, but there are some things people like Zack aren't supposed to say. They don't. So exasperating. He, of all people, should know.
If you give up now, how do you know you won't make a name for yourself creating films in the future? It's just a review.
Except they're pretty well-known critics.
Why does that matter? They aren't the ones calling the shots on this. Isn't that why they have a committee? Right, Becca?
An amused gleam is in her eyes when I turn to her. What does she find so entertaining in this situation? Help me here. Your friend's about to quit his passion for a petty reason. I have not read what those people wrote against his work, but a few scathing words shouldn't be enough to discourage someone. I should know. After all, I am...
Failing means you're playing, Zack. Not that I'm saying it's bad. I've seen it from start to finish, and I know for myself what you created isn't something people should scoff at. I don't know anything about filming or photography. Hell, I don't have an inkling of artistry in me except for those doodles I make for class. But I know what I watched. Look at Isabella. It's not every day you see her all riled up like this.
Whatever I'm about to say gets lost in my tongue as a flush of embarrassment blooms across my face.
It was a heat of the moment thing. And anyway, I'll be very angry with you if you quit.
Yeah, don't quit it. Like, it's your passion. Don't quit on your passion. Like... Just don't, man. Like, seriously. For a petty reason like this.
What about the exhibit?
What exhibit?
Classified information.
Even if I bring you your favorite tonight?
Nope, not a chance.
Oh, come on! I thought we aren't supposed to have...
Thanks, you two. I might need some time alone to myself for a while. Just to think about things, how I'll go from here, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, think about it. Don't give up on
I'm
it
not
just
quitting,
because
Bella.
of...
Don't give me that face.
Yeah, just on your first try. Like, no, there is no face at all. Only a poor imitation of a puppy's dog eyes. If you can call it that one.
You promise?
I'll be damned if I break any promise I make to you guys.
Alright.
Besides, you're right. It's too early to say anything right now. Awards night ain't for another week.
And that's all the answer I need from him. As sentimental as it sounds, there's fulfillment in knowing another person you know won't take the same path you have walked. It's not like it's over for me though. I've still got time. I can still come back. Do my own thing. Do what I really want to do. Surely, once Papa recovers, once I'm done with everything. Inside my bag, my phone buzzes unexpectedly, breaking the pleasant afternoon lull. The screen shows Rose.
Hey, Isabel. You at the office?
Haha, very funny, Rose. I'm hanging up.
Don't, I'm kidding. BRC says the floor plan copies are ready for Miss McCullough to pick up.
She states that as if it already explains everything. Then, out of the blue, she launches a long rant about the awful state of Luxbourne Street, betraying her cheerful greeting. All of which she says in a single breath that I can barely keep up and make out a single word. I stay quiet, if only to avoid becoming the next subject of her frustration. She's similar to Becca in that regard.
I'm stuck in horrendous traffic right now. Bloody stupid drivers.
When she has finally ran out of things to complain about and stops, what she says next still has none of what I'm hoping to hear from her. Just a quick mumbled plea for me to meet the Wright's interior designer in the state and
Anyway, I'll leave it to you. Bye, thanks.
Classic Rose. She ends the call without even asking for my input. Okay. Yeah, don't give up on your passion. Like, seriously, just on your first try. If you love doing that, and there will be haters, there will be people who will like your stuff, who won't like your stuff. Don't get discouraged by, or don't focus on, like, too much on haters. Try to kind of find or learn from your mistakes and try to focus on the good elements too. Don't just dwell on, like, oh my god, this guy says I hate you, so I gotta have to be some pathetic guy. I am giving up from this thing. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, yeah, there are people who just hate you because of some really silly reasons. I'm not saying like all haters are like that. There are some haters who genuinely tell you that they hate you because of like some genuine reason that can help you correct yourself and make you a better person. So my in short point is, don't give up so easily. That's my point. So yeah, let's keep that aside now, and now let's concentrate over here. The sky is cloudless and the noontime sun is beating down on the hard concrete when we depart from the cafe. It's far from unbearable, but it's enough to put most people in a fickle mood or make them vulnerable to catching something. No wonder we have staff members going AWOL or AWOL AWOL, sorry, lately, to not to mention my mouse's mercurial moods. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want our usual cloudy weather back. For all the gripes about the unpredictable weather, though the streets of Lisbon remain constantly busy. The horrid tapping of shoes against the pavement and inane chatter coming from the lunchtime crowd fills the humid afternoon air. A small reminder of the things we have yet to do, regardless of how much I want to return to the comfort of my bed. Back to dry reality for me, sacked to a meeting with magazine publisher featuring luxury houses, and Becca to her lesson plans and books at home. But more than once, I catch her sneaking a longing glance over something displayed on a shop window. Did she want to buy something? Maybe I can get it for this Christmas. For her, I turn my head at the last shop she checked out. A fleeting glimpse. The world stills. Whoa, what the? She looks at me, eyes hollow, gaze piercing and boring into my very soul, like a set of chains to keep my whole body still. What the? That's so creepy. There are no shadows or whispers this time. Only a plea. A hum, low and indistinct, compelling me, beckoning me, intent on dragging me to the void beyond the glass. I don't dare move. My heart hammers against my ribs, each beat, every thump screaming at me to look away and make a run for it. But I can't. I couldn't. All of my limbs feel heavy, while my own breathing stays in the face of her calls.
Leave me alone.
Her mouth is stretched in a grin, wide and unpleasant. The panic building up in my chest forces me to take a tentative step back. I try not to stare at the decaying flesh, the blood streaming from the gaping wounds on her arm and her nail-less fingers. I don't want this. Not like this. Not after I got what I want for Papa.
No, stop. Leave me alone.
Her face contorts into something twisted and she lets out a wail, sharp and utterly unforgiving rage. There is only hatred and bitterness, as if the very notion of turning away from her is an offense in itself.
Please! I don't want this!
Before I know it, I'm stumbling backwards, my own throat hoarse from screams I don't even notice already coming out of my own mouth. The back of my feet catches on a loose stone, sending me sprawling on the ground. The resulting pain completely jolts me out of the haze, blurring my mind. For a little while, my surroundings appear unfamiliar until Becca's face swims into my vision. A look of concern is on her face, and her hands are gripping my arms tight. Even Zack appears beside himself with worry while he stands behind her, acting as a shield against the small crowd of onlookers already forming around us.
What happened?
Bella, you okay?
My mouth opens and closes, but nothing comes out. The words refuse to form. On impulse, I sneak a swift glance at the display window. She's gone. Yet the foreboding feeling hasn't left me. My hands are shaking as I push myself off the ground, weakened limbs relying solely on reflex and muscle memory. Something icy has made its home in the pit of my stomach. I want to throw up anything to get the wretched sensation out of my gut.
You are screaming, having a fit! Zack, call someone!
No, don't. I'm good. I'm good. I need to get to the office. Rose, the floor plans. Someone's going to pick it up. I'll see you later.
Careful! Don't stand up yet. Stay put, Isabella. Zack, you watch over her for me. I'll call for someone.
I attempt a smile to put her at ease, but it likely comes off as a grimace. Gently, I pushed her hands off my shoulders. My knees are still trembling, but I can stand. Leave. Leave me. Stay away. Far from here. Away. The humidity is stifling, everyone's stares are unnerving, and Becca and Zack's concern are suffocating. I want to be away from here. I break into a run. Holy moly, that was creepy. That was really creepy. Like how that turned out to be. Was not expecting it to happen, but wow. I wish I hadn't left my bed this morning. It's easy to fall into a cycle of negative thinking, with only the occasional drips of water on the sink and the whirring of fan blades to keep me company. The room is devoid of any other light source apart from the one streaming from the hallway and the windows. Even with the clutter I've accumulated over the years, the room feels a whole lot bigger than it commonly is. I hug my knees closer as a group passes by outside. Loud. So loud. If only there was a way to tune everything out, to keep my head from replaying every image, every sound of her. Her screams, her awkward gait as she reaches for me, her bone-chilling smile, her pleas for enough. That's enough. A shiver passes over me, though it's not from the hair still hanging damp against my back, nor the draft that enters the room from the windows I've left wide open. My gaze shifts over the letters sitting on the coffee table. Its edges flutter innocuously as the wind touches it. Funny how an ordinary looking piece of paper can bring this much trouble. The impulse to throw it away or rip it to pieces is still there. I can easily do it, but after that, what? Will she leave me? What about those people who have already seen it? Will they be okay? Is it already 5 people? Yeah, I think it is already 5 people. This uncertainty gnaws at me, knowing she's real and might also go after the people I care about. I just wish someone would listen. Believe me. The abrupt break in the silence nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Blindly, I fish the gadget out from the mess of cushions and papers beside me, where I've been carelessly thrown it earlier before taking a shower. Zack's name flashes brightly on the screen. Is he calling because of this afternoon? To be frank, it's the last thing I want to discuss though. I did leave the two of them there without saying anything. Knowing Zack, I bet he's worried.
Hey, Zack.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you're not gonna pick up.
Sorry, it took me a while to find my phone.
No worries. You game tomorrow?
I pause. I don't recall making plans with Zack for the weekend.
Did I forget something?
Remember that guy I told you about? Back in the movies? The, priest?
Yeah.
The blessing? Does it ring a bell?
Oh, right. I did say that, but I didn't think he'd actually go through the trouble, especially after what happened with his film. Sometimes I forget how kind Zack can be.
Yeah, I remember. Is he fine with it?
My friend doesn't mind. We're lucky he's not busy. So, tomorrow, he'll meet us at the mansion.
Okay. Sorry for the trouble, Zack.
Hey, no problem. I'm the one who suggested it to begin with. And, well, this afternoon you did surprise us. Never seen you scream like that. You scared the hell out of Rebecca.
I guess I owe you a lot for this, huh?
Nah, we're cool. You had us worried. But I know you'll tell us about it eventually. I just want to make sure you're doing well. You left all of a sudden and you're not answering any of our calls.
He's trying to get me to talk. Normally, I will tell him I am fine, assurances, empty or otherwise, to put their minds at ease. Now, nothing will form. I can't bring myself to say anything. He seems to have sensed my hesitation because he immediately stirs the subject to a different direction.
Anyway, I gotta go. I left something on the stove before making this call. Just soup. But it'd be embarrassing if I burned soup.
I doubt it. Ashton, on the other hand...
Oh, remind me to tell you about what he did with the pressure cooker next time. Oh, damn, it overflowed! Really need to get going. Bye, Bella.
He hangs up before I can thank him. The busy tone, though muffled, echoes through the receiver. No one is saying this will work. Even I'm doubtful it will. But right now, I will take anything. Anything to get out of this nightmare. Sleep comes easier tonight. And for the first time in a long time, I dream of clear skies, of unrestrained laughter from children playing in the streets, and of small, cramped dwellings. To an outsider, the sight does not paint a pretty picture. However, this, to me, is home. Alright, it's the next day. October 23rd, Sunday. Today's Sunday too for me. Morning dawns bright and clear the following day. Although the air still feels muggy and I miss the chilly autumn weather. It's one of those rare weekends when I'm up even before my alarm rings. If it isn't for Zack's call last night, I will probably sleep in. When 9 AM rolls around, I'm already on my way to Ermengarde Mansion. To think I have to go back again, I will be lying if I say I'm excited at the prospect of entering the place once more. I don't have to anymore. Rose happily gave me paperwork duty when I volunteered. We are on the last phase of the sale too. Well, almost. Papers to sign, documents to finalize, various other legalities to settle with the current owner and all that still. Never mind that its new owners want everything done within the week when the process typically takes more than that. They want it done. We will get it done then. I really don't understand rich people. But money can do wonders. I won't be surprised if they will be able to push the process just a little more like what they did to secure the house. The point is, I'm under no obligation to return to the house anymore. Running is an option. Of course, I can now move on to another property and forget everything. However, at the end of the day, it's always my consciousness that wins. What if something happens to those who have seen the letter? Ash, Zack, Becca, Miss McCulloch, the brides? The guilt will follow me to my grave. The mansion looms as we approach. Whispers welcoming me back, shadows calling. I hope this is the last time. Probably not. They are engaged in a quiet conversation when I find them in the mansion's front gardens. There is a relief in familiar company, in knowing I won't be alone going back inside for my silly idea. But it's impossible to feel it easier. Even with delicately pruned gardens awaiting spring's arrival or the beautiful winding pathways. Like the very place itself is aware of its trespassers, Zack, on the other hand, doesn't seem to notice. Or he simply doesn't care, or is already used to it. I can never tell with him, with all his gentle smiles and amiable air. It's almost as hard to read as Ash. Almost. At least Zack doesn't ask for as much patience as dealing with Ash does, and that says plenty about him. Wonder of wonders how the two ended up the best of friends. He waves at me as I approach. True to his promise, Zack has also brought with his friend with him.
Father Norman.
Sorry, his friend with him.
Somehow I expected him to look older.
Oh, don't be surprised. They say people who have found their calling are getting younger these days.
Sorry, Father. I didn't mean to say that out loud.
No offense taken. Though I admit I'm a bit surprised. I didn't think someone would ask this house to be blessed after all these years.
You've heard of it, Father?
In passing, the occasional rumors and talk by the locals, nothing new, but still interesting to the curious. You don't spend years serving the church here without hearing a random hearsay here and there.
You never mentioned what you thought of those, Father.
Ah, but he who goes down to the grave does not come up. He shall never return to his house, nor shall his place know him any more.
But what I saw...
May not be what you think it is. It depends entirely on what you mean by it. If you're talking about spirit beings, angels, demons, then yes. Are we talking about the spirits of people who have departed? The word makes it clear that once the deceased has left us, they are gone. But of course, I didn't come here to bore you with a lecture.
No, it was enlightening, Father, to say the least. Thank you.
Just remember that a God who loves his children would never let them linger once the time comes.
That's what my papa often tells me.
Your father must be a good man. He raised you well, no doubt. Well then, shall we? Regardless of what it is, I'm sure the mansion's new owners would appreciate such sincere intentions. From a stranger, no less.
He lets Zack and I walk ahead. A relief. This way he won't see how tightly I'm clutching the straps of my bag. Father Norman's probably trying to put me at ease. But the worry, the cold, restless, foreboding feeling has firmly lodged itself in my stomach, making its presence known with every step towards the house.
Hey, you okay?
Zack lightly nudges my side, carefully mindful in his motions, no doubt to avoid startling me. No, this place gives me the creeps, let's say that. It's hard not to lie to Zack when he gives you that look. It's just there. The kind that implores, a silent appeal. I'm not sure if he's even doing it consciously. Another breeze blows and I try not to shiver, try not to listen to the voices that may or may not be there.
Ugh, this place really gives me the creeps.
It doesn't seem more than an ordinary house to me, though. Damn, I should have brought my camera with me. I saw a few areas that'd be good for a shoot. You think the new owners will allow it?
Shh! What if you catch something? Or someone in one of the pictures?
It just means they want to be seen, doesn't it?
Don't ask for it!
It's not like we can stop them if they do.
You're really not helping, Zack.
All right, sorry. Don't worry. I don't think whatever's inside this house will do anything.
Let's see about that.
I'm here, yeah? I'll take care of them.
You're not that scary, but thanks. I'll be sure to run behind you if I see one.
Ridiculous talk, though the temporary reprieve it lends me is more welcome. If he offers me a smile in return, the least he can do, and with a slight motion of his head, he gestures for us to move ahead, while my own fears are left forgotten for the time being. The things inside my bag clatter softly against each other while I rustle for the keys to the mansion. I should have heard the telltale jiggle by now, but didn't I put it in my bag last night? Seconds later, I'm sitting on my heels, and one after another, I'm taking everything out from every pocket, every slip. It will be pain to put everything back later, but I'm sure it's just underneath this. Nothing. Oh man, of all the times to forget.
Is something the matter?
No, I'm sorry, Father. I think I left the key.
No use coming up with excuses. Right after they have both taken the time to go this far away from the city. With a heavy sigh, I grab the door handle to pull myself up, a string of apologies ready at the tip of my tongue.
Careful, Bella!
We've spoken with the current owners. Well, technically, you were not yet the owners, but...
There's a brief moment of confusion and then I'm falling. The momentum of the door swinging open pulls me back first into the mansion's foyer before I can make sense of what's happening.
Ow, 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 my back.
What the? Isabella?
No time to nurse my bruised back or make up excuses because the next thing I know, Zach's gently pulling me upright by my arm. Rose looks down at me with mixture of relief and apprehension. Ah, sheesh, good going, Isabella, right after you volunteered to work on the papers. And standing behind her,
Ma'am Hannah! Mr. Wright!
Oh, Isabel. We always meet in the most interesting circumstances.
A complete understatement, darling. What are they doing in my house?
he waves his hand towards Zach and Father Norman like their presence is a blasphemy against his own.
I thought you said you wanted to do paperwork duty. What are you doing here?
Like a deer caught in the headlights. Unfair, Rose. That's putting me on the spot. Seeing their expectant looks leave me no other choice but to answer.
The reason why I'm here?
Well, spit it out, Lily. We don't have all day.
I'm just here to make sure everything is fine before you move in.
I'm so sorry, Mama. You said I will go to hell if I lie. I likely will after this, but there's no other way. Well, it isn't entirely a lie. I'm here to make sure no one disturbs them after they move in. It just so happens that I'm checking for and trying to drive away is of the paranormal variety.
Oh? The house appears impeccably fine to me.
The grin on his face, though when he returns his attention back to me, is similar to what my Kuya Jordan have often given me when he's up to something. Usually a scare prank that inevitably ends in me crying. I never did forget the way my brother sneers at me. A part of me thinks that perhaps if I had been the object of his mischief in childhood, I would have grown a little braver.
Come on, little Lily. Lying doesn't do that cute little face any justice. I'm a very patient man. Now, why are you really here?
Right now, in the face of an almost identical expression, perhaps even crueler than what I'm used to, the lie I told falls apart.
The truth is I was just thinking we could have the house blessed before move-in day.
And why would we ever need to have this house blessed?
For luck and protection?
I shrink under his scrutinizing gaze. For a second, I think that he will start shouting at me. Instead, he laughs. Not the mocking, jeering kind, but one wondering if he's hearing things right. I will say he's amused, but I honestly can't understand what's so funny with what I've just said. Is it really that weird? Isn't it a custom here? I wish Becca's here to explain stuff like this.
That's rich coming from you. When we saw Devlin Court, you didn't.
It's a small custom back home. I thought it would be nice to do something that would bring positive energy to the mansion since this place has been empty for years.
And the papers, Isabella? I hope you did those first before this.
Of course I did. It's almost done, in fact. But there are some items I still have to double check before finalizing everything. You know I don't sign without a thorough inspection. And well, this is what this is for too. I just thought it would be more efficient to do both at the same time.
Here I thought you didn't want to go back.
A job is a job, Rose. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then go ahead. No need to be so hard on her, Rosie. I personally think it's a nice touch. I was actually thinking of the same thing, but you beat me to it.
Darling, Buttercup, please. You know these things don't work. No offense meant to the holy man, of course. That does not explain the nigger, though.
All of a sudden, there's an awkward silence that even Rose, of all people, seems reluctant to break. Oh my god. Although a desire to do so is evident in the way her eyes nervously shifts from the Mr. Right to Zach. Not that I know he's a client, but You can't just say that in front of other people, in front of Zack no less. If Ashton were here, I know he wouldn't stand for it. He would have punched the shit out of him. My god. And neither do I. There's a reason why bullies back home never touched my younger brother again after I gave them a taste of their own medicine. He might be inches taller than me, but I'm pretty sure I can still land a hit or two. Maybe if I only am not going to get in trouble with BRC for it. But before any punch could be thrown, Ma'am Hana cuts in.
Lucille Mitchell-Wright.
In a voice too firm, demanding his complete silence.
What?
Instead of answering, she merely crosses her arms and shoots her husband a sharp, disapproving glare. That seems to have done the trick. He immediately shuts his mouth, not before muttering a few inaudible words under his breath. At this, Ma'am Hana could only sigh and shake her head.
Oh, give it a rest, love. Do you have a better idea? Who knows? Positive energy might even give us what we've been waiting for. Or some peace. Let them do their job.
What have we been waiting for? I don't think I was ever informed of.
Nothing you should worry about right now. Anyway, we've still got a few things we need to discuss with Rosie here. Over lunch? I hope you don't mind, Isabel. We'd love to take you with us, but...
Oh, no. Go ahead, ma'am. This'll take time. That's why there's two of us working on this.
Rose looks like she's about to murder someone, probably me. At least she won't be left to deal with the haunted property. She got the better end, if anyone's going to ask me.
Oh, wonderful. I hope the next time the three of us meet, it'll be over a closed deal,
Of course, ma'am. Please look forward to it.
I return it with a reassuring smile of my own, even if she's the one who often forgets. Sheesh. And like that, gone. Just as quick as they appeared, leaving me wondering if this is simply what's typical for the rich and famous, flitting from one scene to the next without a care. If so, I'd rather stay with my rundown apartment or our little shack back home. There's still joy in not missing the smallest things after all. With a house this big, it's not surprising when the ceremony takes few hours to finish. The sun's already high in the sky by the time we have gone through the last room. I can never say I am a devout follower of my own faith, even with Mama and Papa's teachings. But hearing every passage, every word Father Norman uttered as we went around the house had a set lull in me, soothing, comforting. All of a sudden the mansion doesn't seem so scary anymore. Maybe there is an end to this? Or perhaps this is the end? Father Norman bids us goodbye upon exiting the mansion grounds. He has business in the village nearby, he says, a minute gesture to reach out to the members of their parish every once in a while. It reminds me of a distant memory of helping hands and a few kind smiles, what pulled my family through when times are tough. But before he leaves...
Isabella, a word before I go. Zachary hasn't been really forthcoming with your situation, and it is something I understand it wasn't his to share. But whatever burdens you, know that it's not a permanent fixture in your life from which you'll come out stronger. Besides, you have people to bear it with.
I bite back the harsh retorts before they come out, masking it with a smile as we wave the good priest off. His words, though meant to comfort, has only left something hollow in me and a bitter taste in my mouth. And if they don't believe you, what am I to do? A tentative hand lands briefly on my shoulders, taking me out my thoughts before they take a sullen turn. But my smile doesn't quite reach my ears when I turn to him.
Say, do you want to go somewhere?
Right now? Where to?
Anywhere in the city. I'll leave it up to you.
I guess let's hang out with him. I would go for him, but before that, let's save.
It wouldn't hurt. I've got some stuff I need to buy. Groceries. And there's a shop I want to check.
Is it real food this time?
Let me guess. Rebecca?
She's just worried about you. Even I can't eat that much instant noodles.
Think of it as a talent. Let's just go, Zach.
I smile, real one this time, devoid of any unpleasant thoughts. Regardless of what happened, I don't want to think of them that way. So was the priest that helpful? I don't know. I guess not that much. Let's see about that. Cause I feel like he just was like, it's it. But I got nothing. Maybe you were a little illusioning. Okay, bye. Yeah, maybe I guess that's how I understood what happened over there. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna end the episode right here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you like this episode, please click that like button, subscribe for more awesome content, comment down below your thoughts, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Shabake.